Good morning, everybody. As you all have been told, you see the signs around. The Geospatial Information and Technology Association is the parent organization of EnerGIS, and they're what helps make this conference go on. So let me just give you a real brief update as to what some of the things that have happened in the last year with GITA. At the end of last year, we held elections for the board of directors. They went from 7 to 9. I myself and a couple others were newly elected to the board, and it's been I would say kind of eye-opening in some ways, and it's given me an opportunity to get a little more involved, which has been great. You can see we expanded social media, and I'll have a little bit of a slide on that in a second here. Recently, we revamped our vision. We we expanded a little bit and brought it a little more in line with what we were kind of the focus we'd already had. So I'll just give you just a second to read that there. But basically, the key takeaway from this is that GITA is focused on delivering geospatial value to our members. As an organization, we're working for you. We're working to try to make our profession as good as it can be, and to increase it wherever possible. Bring it together. One of the things that I was not aware of before I joined the board of directors was some of the things behind the scenes that GITA does. We have someone who sits on the GISCI board, so we get a voice as an organization. We get a voice with the GISP procedure to make sure, in addition to some other people, but to make sure that the voices of our members are heard there. You can see same with the Federal Geographic Data Committee and the National Geospatial Advisory Committee. Those are all places where as GIS professionals, it's good for us to have some input and some say. We as a group, we do international outreach. Today we're fortunate enough to have some colleagues from South Korea here, and we've also been fortunate to send some of our folks to other places. Mark got to go to Australia and to Japan. In the past, we've had different members from other worldwide GIS organizations come to some of our meetings, and we also help out with some of the ones you've seen in the recent past there. And actually, in case you're not aware, GITA is a North American organization, so well, you'll see that in a second. So we have meetings that we sponsor all over North America. Specifically, you'll see them mostly in the continental U.S. and then in kind of the lower half of Canada. One of the cool things, one of the things that I like to get to be part of and do is give away money for scholarships, help students out. So you can see those are the 2016 totals we gave away. We were able to give away $34,000 to help students, which is pretty awesome. And we'll have some scholarship presentations today. EnerGIS also gets to participate in that, which is nice. I've already talked a little bit about some of the things you can look forward to as being a member. I'm not sure how many of you are members. There is a discounted rate for attending conferences, and as you'll see, I'll put the details up there in a minute. If you didn't choose to take advantage of that, it's been extended to, I have the date on here, and we'll see it. But check it out. There's a lot of information on the website. There's some pretty cool stuff there. And if you did join, please make sure that you actually go in and complete your registration. I think a couple people that joined through this conference didn't complete their registration. So just go in, fill out your profile. It'll help you connect to other users and help people find you, just like LinkedIn or something like that would do. As I alluded to earlier, we've been expanding our reach through social media, trying to get our message out, trying to let people know what it is we're doing, how we're helping the geospatial industry, and we've just been using basically all the resources at our disposal to do that. And that's an effort that we plan to continue throughout the year. You can see here some of the meetings that we have throughout, and we have different people, obviously different local attendants. Pipeline Week is GITA's big annual conference. I'm sure some of you have attended that in the past. It's a pretty cool event to go to. And as I said, if you've not yet joined GITA, the opportunity is still there. It's an annual membership. You get 50% off. If you're interested in that, just let Mark or I know, and we'll be glad to provide you those details. The last thing I'd say is if you're interested in volunteering, if you're interested in helping out, maybe you need some additional credits for your GISP or something like that, let one of us know. You know, whether it's the EnerGIS Conference Committee or whether it's through GITA, we're always looking for volunteers to help. There's a lot of important things that we do. As I said at the beginning, it was kind of been eye-opening for me just in the short time that I've been on there. One of the things that came up pretty quickly, and I tried to research this a little bit for this, was that the state of Virginia introduced a bill into their House of Representatives that would have made it so, it would have basically made it so all work done by GIS professionals had to be signed off on by a licensed surveyor. Now, if you're a little alarmed by that, you probably should be. It doesn't make a lot of sense because surveyors certainly have skills that we don't have, but they're not familiar with databases, they're not familiar with web services. So there's a real break in what those two professions do. And so we were able to, so GITA, people brought that to our attention. We were able to use our connections, use our membership to reach out and put pressure on the House of Representatives to not pass that. So I said that I'd started to do a little research on that, and what surprised me was how many times bills like that have come up in the past. Every few years something like this pops up, and you know it's important to be aware of that, and GITA is one of those avenues where we can be aware of that and we can be vigilant and we can protect our industry, which is important to do because it protects all of our jobs. So you know, if you're interested in some volunteer work, please just let one of us know. We'd be happy to have you. Thank you.